Hey guys, my name is Theo Van, and if you think January 6th was an insurrection, then f you. And here's why. Because it wasn't. It wasn't. There's no way you can convince me that the largest gun-owning political party went to an insurrection and was like, we all forgot our tools, man. Shoot. Dang it. Darn. Let's stay in the red velvet ropes. And you might have heard, oh, well, they've been beating the shit out of people. They beat a cop to death, which was a lie. Your media lies to you. Your social media lies to you and covers it up. They lie. They cover up the lies. But then they hide the truth. Crazy how that works. It's not like we've been telling you that Cuomo's been killing grandparents for like a year now, and now you guys are like, oh man, he's a bad guy and he touches girls? Come on. Anyway, here's what I'm talking about. Number of FBI counterterrorism officials, no firearms recovered during January 6th Capitol breach. So, the largest gun-owning political party goes to an insurrection without tools. That's why you're not going to convince me. And if you think it was an insurrection, and this is just not some kind of fascist democratic way of blaming everybody else because they're sacks of shit, then, I don't know how to explain that to you. Now, while they're telling you that this is an insurrection, meanwhile, the entirety of 2020, almost, it was what it feels like, 3 months of it anyway. Now, nobody disagrees with the peaceful 93% of the protests, but we're talking about 93% of 3 months, which still leaves quite a few days to do a lot of damn damage. A lot of days to do a lot of damn damage. And like I said, majority of people are okay with peaceful protesting. We're all kind of on the same page. Whenever you don't think we are, then you're dumb. You don't want us to be okay with it, so that way you can yell at us for being against you. Right around in here, May 26th through August 22nd, and I do believe it even gives us a little number here. The report states that more than 2,400 locations reported peaceful protests, which everybody agreed with. Everybody. Trump supporters agreed with peaceful protesting. We all agreed with that. While fewer than 220 reported violent demonstrations. So, yeah, you remember like when the buildings are burning in the background and people's like, well, Kenosha's still there. It's just, missing some buildings, as if a tornado went through and took out a few buildings and the government doesn't classify that as a natural disaster. Me and a friend talked about that the other day, and that's pretty much what happened. Tornado comes through, takes out some buildings. That's a natural disaster. But when people do it, and then on top of that, right there, like in Portland, where they started a whole anonymous zone that had rapes, that had assaults, it had walls, it had tyranny, all in its short time lived of 6 city blocks, United States blocks, that they were like, go in there and throw your tantrum. And they did. And a lot of crime happened there. And by the way, they're criminalizing old men who paid for he put a quarter on Nancy Pelosi's desk because he got blood on one of her envelopes. An empty envelope. And he didn't want to leave a bloody envelope on her desk, and he gave her, so he flicked a quarter, because he says, and I quote, because I'm not a damn thief. Now he's in jail. Been in jail ever since. Meanwhile, the feds are quietly dismissing dozens of Portland protest cases. I don't know if you guys remember that video of that woman screaming, "You're the ones they warned us about." You guys are the ones they warned us about. And you don't even see it. You're still blaming us for being against your peaceful protest, and nobody was against your peaceful protest. You just wanted us to be, so that way we could be your enemy. You don't want to be friends. You just want somebody to yell at. You're an asshole and a piece of shit. Now fuck off.
I'm terrified. Listen to me, Republicans. Listen. You are the people in history they warned us about. They warned us about people like you. Pay attention. We're losing our democracy. Wake up! Wake up!